Last but certainly not least is table 5-14, the posterior compartment of the leg. And the most recognizable muscle of this compartment is the gastrocnemius. And the gastrocnemius has two heads, and the lateral head will originate on the lateral condyle of the femur, and the medial head will originate on the medial condyle of the femur. And these two muscle bellies will converge together to form what's called the calcaneal tendon, or more commonly known as the Achilles tendon. And then that tendon will insert on the calcaneus, or the heel bone. So when this muscle contracts, it can cause flexion of the leg at the knee joint, as well as plantar flexion of the foot at the ankle joint, so standing on tiptoes. And just underneath this muscle is a muscle called the soleus. And the soleus looks similar to the gastrocnemius, except for it only has one point of origin, and it does not cross the knee joint. So the calcaneus also will merge with the gastrocnemius to form the calcaneal tendon. And this muscle will also assist with plantar flexion of the foot at the ankle joint. Deep to the soleus are three muscles, and they are the muscles that are similar to the same muscles in the anterior compartment. So I'm going to hide the gastrocnemius and the soleus and look at those three similar muscles. So they have similar names, but since they're in the posterior compartment, they'll have the opposite actions. So this first muscle you can see, and I'm not going in order of your white sheets, but it is the flexor hallucis longus, or the flexor hallucis longus muscle. And this muscle has its muscle belly on the lateral part of the leg, but then it crosses over medially and runs underneath the foot and will insert on the big toe. And when this muscle contracts, it will flex the big toe. So you will curl your big toe in. This image is showing you flexion of the big toe and the digits. The next muscle that I'm going to look at here is, I'm going to hide this flexor hallucis longus, is the tibialis posterior muscle. And the tibialis posterior muscle is more on the medial side of the leg, and it also runs medially under your medial malleolus of the tibia. And in order to see where it inserts, I'm going to hide some of these muscles here. There's a lot of foot muscles that you are not being held responsible for. So you can see that the tibialis posterior muscle is going to attach just under the arch of the foot. And this muscle, because it runs underneath the ankle on the medial side, it will plantar flex the foot, which is to stand again on tiptoes, and invert the foot at the ankle joint. So again, if you remember, inversion is to roll your ankles so that you're standing or walking on the outsides of your feet. And then we have the flexor digitorum longus. And this is the muscle belly for the flexor digitorum longus. And just like on the anterior compartment, it's going to head out to the digits and cause flexion of the digits, or curling those toes under. So I'm going to hide these muscles again. You can see the tendons run out to the very tips of the digits of toes 2 through 5. So finally, question number 10 is just an identifying muscle. And the muscle I want you to identify, I'm going to put all my layers back, is underneath the gastrocnemius. So I'm going to hide the gastrocnemius. So question number 10 is, what is this muscle? The one that is lit up. What is this muscle? It's just deep to the gastrocnemius.